So Fern Brady's autistic? All that's coming up. Hey guys, welcome back to the Aspie world. My name is Dan. I have autism, ADHD, OCD and dyslexia, and I make weekly videos on this type of content, so if you're new around here and you'd like to learn more, remember to hit the subscribe button by clicking that notification bell down below. Remember to follow this page to see more videos just like this. Remember to follow this Instagram account to make sure you don't miss out on any more awesome autism content. Guys, what is going on? Welcome back, different thinkers, to the place where we think differently daily. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you download my free Autism Life Hacks PDF book at autismhacks.net. Super dope. Okay, so I came across this story. It was in the news recently, actually, and only in the last kind of week. There's a British comedian who is from Scotland, and her name is Fern Brady, and she's quite famous. She does a BBC Three podcast, which is quite a funny podcast, and she's a comedian. She's sold out stuff like the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. She sold out venues there for her comedy and stuff, and she's a really funny girl, you know, up for a good laugh, and she's awesome. But she's super famous, actually, and she does a great job, and I'd love to interview her, by the way. So if anybody knows her or can reach out to her, yeah, let her know I want to interview her. That'd be super awesome. So she recently released a statement on Twitter that got like 20,000 likes, saying that she had been diagnosed with an autism spectrum disorder. Now this is groundbreaking because nobody kind of expected this. You just kind of came out of the blue like, oh, Fern Brady's autistic, and I think it's super, super awesome. Now the story of how it happened is kind of typical. You know, she's a young girl who was you know, diagnosed with OCD, and they did explore personality, neurological conditions, all that kind of stuff when she was younger. I think she said between the ages like 11 and 15, and they then basically said, well, no, you're making eye contact, you can't possibly be autistic. I mean, it just look, I have a entire series all about girls and autism spectrum disorder, so I will leave a link for that playlist in the description below, and I'll put it on a pinned comment so you can check out that video playlist of all the videos I've done talking to girls on the spectrum, talking about girls on the spectrum, everything to do that you'll need to know about girls on the spectrum. One of them is that people can make eye contact and still be on the autism spectrum. It's not a, oh, you make eye contact, you can't be autistic kind of deal. It's the most ridiculous thing ever to think that. So Fern Brady, she was, you know, happy that she had this diagnosis of OCD, like, you know, okay, fine, I'm happy with that or whatever. But then she realized that there was some other stuff going on, and somebody kind of you know, pushed her. I think it was I think she said her friends or her family were like, you know, maybe you should go and speak to a doctor, ask for a referral, maybe get checked out. And so she was having these issues that were you know, parallel with that on the autism spectrum. So she goes to an assessment, and then the doctor said, yeah, look, it looks like you are potentially on the autism spectrum, but to form a formal diagnosis, one will have to go onto the NHS waiting list, which is about a year, maybe 2 years, or you can go privately. You know, there are options, obviously. So she looked at the waiting list, she was like, no. So she didn't want to go to the NHS waiting list because it would take far too long, and understandably so, and if she has the money to go privately, then why not? So she went privately to get her diagnosis, and she was diagnosed autistic, which is kind of liberating. Now it's liberating on a few fronts. It's liberating for her because she's a young female, you know, doing her thing, and she's diagnosed autistic, and that's great. The other thing is that she is a, you know, personality, a celebrity, a person of kind of public image, which is good because, you know, her story is one in like a million people who probably wouldn't even get that diagnosis in the end because they'd wait on his NHS waiting list and then get forgotten about and all this kind of stuff, which is just horrendous, and nobody wants that to happen. And I think that her showing herself and her vulnerability and all that kind of jazz is just absolutely phenomenal. And I think she's done a great job. I think she's a great candidate for showing people how you can have really good, successful careers, entertainment, creative, you know, young woman, killing it in the industry she's in. I think that's amazing. We should all salute her because, like, she's just doing a great job, and it's great. It's inspiration for young girls who are growing up on the autism spectrum and they want to see, like, is there somebody who I can look up to? Is there somebody who is killing it right now? And I'm like, yeah, Fern Brady's absolutely killing it, man. She's a beast. Like, this is so dope. So in terms of that, I think that she's doing a great job, and that, yeah, this is just so inspirational for people, guys. If you think this was interesting, give it a thumbs up. Share this video on your social media platforms. If you think Facebook and Twitter and Instagram may be fun places to share this, then do it. Also, guys, leave me a comment if you have anything to add. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.